Today's account review is going to be a lot of fun. We're inside of an account that I've honestly never seen something like this before. Level 89, rare chocolate, 7.18 million player power. This may have been in the thumbnail, but his dungeon times are like nothing I've ever seen. 16 minutes, 31 minutes, 17 minutes. The consistency for the long runs is very, very good. But unfortunately, these long runs are horrible. So we're going to get that fixed for him. I saw this and my mind instantly went to one place. I know what the issue is. It's not champions, it's gear. When I show you guys the gear, it is a bit rough, but I want Rare Cake to look back on this in a few months and think, how could I have built my champions like that? And not, how could I have asked Tyraku for an account review? Because he roasted my account and his viewers weren't nice. So I want to make sure we do two things. One, have constructive feedback in the comments. And two, I'm not going to be roasting this account. There's no reason to, because honestly, we were all in similar situations. I've started games like this where I've played for a while and just didn't really know how to build this stuff properly to really optimize my time. The difference is Rare Chocolate reached out for help, asked for some guidance, and I just quit the game. But we look at these champion builds. They're not the worst. I've actually, to be fair, seen worse builds, and he's pushed quite far with these very unoptimized builds. But whenever I finish this review, I want, most importantly, Rare Cake to see what the difference between his champion builds now and the champion builds after I just change a few and how he can change those. And I want you guys to see the approach when building a champion, because while most players I get into their accounts have the champions built decent, and this one's not actually the worst that I've seen, but there are tons of players who have their champions built in this way or even worse. The biggest thing is not having speed boots when you're lower level. When you see content creators like myself building champions with attack percentage, you never see this, and I don't want to ever see this either, but you guys will know more about that in just a minute. But whenever you see champions built with non-speed boots, it's typically because the other gear on the account is very, very strong. Most players, I'd say 90% of players, should be putting speed boots, speed main stat boots on every single one of their champions. So if you ever wonder, what stats can a gear set drop? Let's go in here to the artifact type and you can check it out right here. The little I button, you can see, okay, boots are the only thing that can drop main stat speed. Speed, if you remember this, you'll be set, is the most important stat inside of Raid. The enemies in most dungeons run about 100 speed. So if you're going 200 speed, you could have half the damage, run 200 speed, and you would essentially be doing double what you would if you're running at 100 speed, because you're taking 2 turns per the enemy's 1. But it doesn't stop there. When you pair things like increased speed buffs on your champions, that is not going to be boosting your base speed, which is that number right there, that 104 number for this champion, Zenogre. It is going to instead be boosting your total speed. So if you have an increased speed buff that is giving you an extra 30% speed, and your champion is 200 speed, well, you're going to be adding 60 speed. I could have done that in my head, but you're going to be adding 60 speed to your champion. So now it's 260 speed when the opponents are running about 100 speed. You add things like turn meter boosting, turn meter decrease from Lazarius, and now all of a sudden, you're going 2, 3, maybe even 4 times if you add in any wave control per 1 turn of the enemy. This changes everything. This allows your runs to actually be, where you can finish more than 10 per day. 16 minutes is quite impressive, honestly. But let's see what happens here. I bet you his team takes 1 turn and then, oh, okay, here we go. So Lazarius took a turn. He does have a turn meter decrease. Okay, he took a 2nd turn. I don't know if Erdicata took a turn or not yet. Okay, there we go. We took 1 and a little bit more than 1 turn. We took like 1.5. One other champion took a turn. But what I want to do is I want to change some of these builds. And this is going to be a little bit of a different approach than my typical takeover. Usually I go through this snapshot in time and then we'll jump into the account. But I want to get a lot done for him, because if there's a little bit of roasting, I want to make sure we get him in the right direction, and then he just takes it off from here and his account becomes insane. So this is good that he's using the preset. Presets, especially when pushed in Faction Wars, which he should be doing, is one of the most helpful things just flat out. Now, since I don't know the gear inside this account very well, and we don't have silver to really do much upgrades, I'm going to pull up the Hell Hades Optimizer. This is a massive help when doing takeovers because I can just have it build the champions for me. If you know your gear in your account, kind of what you lack, building champions yourself is, one, extremely helpful for just learning, but two, sometimes you can pull off better builds once you eventually know what you're actually looking for. But as you're learning, the optimizer is a great thing to just supplement with, but it's not the number one thing I would rely on. You really have to do a careful balance. Here, I just want to see what the fastest possible Lazarius build is. It does get confusing when you see people building Lazarius with damage, or you see him being built with speed, and you're like, okay, well, I want to build mine with speed and damage. Unfortunately, this one's not built with either of those, but we will fix that. For an early account, Lazarius being built for support for dungeons, so speed, HP, defense, extremely valuable. He brings a res on this passive ability, turn meter boost, turn meter steal, block buffs plus block debuffs, just an insanely valuable champion, and will carry your account. But he does have that second form. That is fully booked here. Good damage, just you have other champions to do damage. You probably don't have other champions that can do everything he does. Eventually, building him for damage could be the play to make, but I think for now, having him as a good speed booster, 309 speed is your max potential speed. That's crazy. Honestly, we're going to throw that on him right now. 309 speed. You're able to take him into Classic Arena. I was going blank. I was going to say Gold 3 Live Arena. You're not anywhere close to worrying about that right now. You can take him into Classic Arena. Boom. Your Classic Arena team fully set and ready to go. 311 speed. It's going to be even more than that once we finish this out. Now, this pair of attack percentage gloves, are these good for him? No, but we're only looking for speed. To be honest, I do want some accuracy as well. So we could pick up some accuracy even at the price of dropping a little bit of speed. That's going to be fine because he does bring some debuffs for one, and for two, he brings some turn meter stealing. There we go. A sweet double roll speed on the pinpoint piece. Probably going to pick up another pinpoint piece potentially. Whoa, alliteration there. Here we go. An extra chunk of speed. Take this to 16. I don't care what it rolls. Some crit damage. Nice. I'll take it. Extra 7 speed there. This dude is zooming now. Pick up a little speed glyphs. +5. +3. Close enough. Take this a little bit higher as well. And you're about to see this Lazarius go from basic to amazing. This is Pimp My Lazarius, and that we did. Now, this pair of gloves, let's see. We almost have a full Feral set. You know what? Why not just throw a Feral ring on him to go ahead and give him the full Feral benefits of the 4-piece block debuffs at the beginning of the fight? Do we need it? No. But if we can get it, we might as well. Unless, of course, there's a better pair of gloves. There might be. These are... Oh, I mean, they could triple roll speed, which would actually be huge for his account. We have other pieces that could definitely roll better. We actually have a ton of potential here, which is something you guys hear me say in almost all these takeover videos, all the wasted potential. And it's maybe wasted potential is a bit extreme, but there is a ton of potential here that is just not being utilized whatsoever. These two pair of gloves are both HP and attack flat stats. We don't want a flat stat, basically. A flat main stat is no good, except for on your weapon, your helmet, or your shield. They're only flat main stats. But flat main stats on these bottom pieces, except for speed, main stat on boots, and accuracy and resistance, main stat on chest plates, is bad in every situation, except for if you're triple rolling or even quad rolling speed on these pieces. If you're just going for speed, speed's the only thing that matters. But these two pieces, they're basically just useless. That pair of a flat attack glove and then this piece. But if it quad rolls, it could be worth reworking or even a triple with this account. Honestly, with the silver being low, I would consider just reworking this potentially to see, hey, do you pick up some speed? I'm not going to do it right now because he has plenty of other stuff, so we're not going to worry about that. But I would actually like to get this or a defense percentage pair of gloves on him. There we go, 15. We're going to lose a little bit of speed, I believe, from this. But, actually, is this what is this? This is 18 plus 5. This is good. Attack percentage is pretty niche. Oh, triple rolls? Okay. It takes precedent now. I was wanting to get this HP percentage pair on, gain 9,000 HP, but this is a big speed boost, 331, and Lazarius is going to be our booster in the arena, so we really just have to go with that one, the faster speed. But if you do find it hard to survive, you can drop that down, of course. Let's see if we have anything in the chest plates that could potentially roll higher speed. So we have this chest plate. We lose 2 speed. We gain some defense. And now we have a 5-piece set of Feral gear. Feral, his clan siege is just really farming him some sweet gear, honestly. These 3 pieces would be worth upgrading as well. This pair of speed chest plate would be nice. Maybe it triple rolls speed or something crazy. 1 roll of speed. But if we're able to stack a speed set, that would be an extra chunk of speed. The 5-piece set, extra 5%. We lose 2. So we do gain some defense. We lose a little bit of HP. This is attack percentage. This could go on a nuker eventually. So you know what? Let's go ahead and put a little glyph on this. +4. We gain 2 speed from that. And now all of a sudden this Lazarius, this is a fast dude. 3.5 million silver. We're going to take this up, and now what we're looking at is a fast champion, 300 accuracy, 300 speed. That's crazy. We basically doubled this champion's speed. Actually, did we? What is 174 times 2? 348. We almost doubled this champion's speed, and with the champion fully glyphed, he's going to be even closer to that. Take this all the way up eventually. Don't farm Sand Devil right now. It's not worth it, but this is a great Lazarius build. For now, eventually, not so much. Like, you don't need this forever, and you really don't need this 4-piece Feral benefit. I just have it because that happens to be your best build you can do right now. But if you had like a Chronophage set, you could throw a Chronophage ring and then a pair of speed Chronophage boots from the current event dungeon, add yourself an extra plus 10% speed just from that, and it would be worth it. I mean, your speed just went up an insane amount. So your arena team that you had farmed only 14 fights, and today is Thursday, so basically not doing arena. He's already told me he wasn't very successful in the arena, so didn't do very much in it. That's all about to change. You can leave Carlon as the speed aura. He's got a good speed aura. Or you could just have Lazarius. Either one's fine. It's 25% versus 30%. But drop these 2 champions. It makes sense why you're struggling because you have no real damage. Throw in your damage dealers and you're good to go. But how are we going to build damage dealers? Well, first up, we got to know which champions are even worth building as a damage dealer. You have a lot of options, but you have limited resources. So when you have a lot of options and limited resources, you want to allocate those resources to as many areas as possible. In this case, the resources are champions. So we're going to use the most impactful champions that can fit in as many areas as possible. Lazarius, everywhere. He's an amazing champion. He's going to fit in almost every area of the game for you. Let's see who else we have. Now, I have looked at some of these champions, and I know who is kind of booked and who is kind of not. Sun Wukong is, I believe, fully booked, which is great. Hydra, dungeon content, arena, big arena nuker. So he will go into this team. We have a speed manipulator or turn meter manipulator, turn meter boost, turn meter decrease. We have some debuffs there. So we have support taken care of kind of with one champion. I would love an AoE decrease defense champion. Let's see who we have as an option. Now, Mikey, I believe it is single target, but then it spreads. He has no books and a 75% chance of placing. So it's not going to be super consistent. Do talk about it over here that you're going to want to save up legendary books for your champions, because having those legendary books or not can literally make the difference between a amazing useful legendary or a not so useful legendary. Now, as for which other champions have a decreased defense that we can actually reasonably bring in that are ideally fully booked, and it's going to be AoE. Let's see. His is single target. It's not going to be a help. We're not going to use him. Deacon. Hey, he's level 60. He's got books. More turn meter manipulation. and an AoE decreased defense. Deacon is going in here. Go ahead and put the Deke in. No, that's not sounding right. That sounded better in my head. Deacon, get in the team, buddy. Here we go. Let's go ahead and build this champion. Same way as before, not like this. We have 6 pieces of Bolster. Bolster is a 4-piece set, so you typically want to take advantage of your best 4 pieces. Typically what I do is I go 1 bottom row piece and then 3 top row. Bottom row is harder to make work. Top row, pretty easy. You just typically are looking for speed substats, which you do have. Bolster's not bad, but on Deacon, I really like to go some fast speed gear. So in this case, we know Lazarius 330 speed. Let's put Deacon. He's going to go in the arena. AoE decreased defense. Let's put him around 280 speed so he can be speed tuned to Lazarius. So about 280 speed. If we could get Bolster at 280, that would be insane. Do we have any speed on these pieces? Let's go check out your other ones. And we'll go down here to Bolster. See if you have any speed boots. You maybe do. You maybe have some speed boots lurking around. That's actually a triple roll defense is not too bad. A triple roll speed on a defense percentage boots is not too bad. We're not going to keep that though. Do we have any pair of speed boots? None. Oh, no, there's none. There's none, unfortunately. That's okay though. Doesn't really matter. Chestplate and gloves. What do we have? Bolster set. It is giving you a shield based on 30% of your HP. We're looking for as much HP as we can get on champions wearing Bolster. This is a good chestplate. HP percentage. Now, do we need Bolster on him? Not at all. But if I can get the stats required, I wouldn't mind having it. I got a feeling I'm not going to be able to get the stats I need for it, so I probably will end up just dropping it. But Skrank plus Dythe, strip them 2 champions. Let's see what we have for accessories. We're going to go price at speed. I want a lot of accuracy for him. 1, he can go in Clan Boss. 2, I want him stealing turn meter from the enemy, which we need accuracy for. Now, we don't have any accuracy banner here. We have this one. We lose a little bit of accuracy right now. Let's get some speed boosted, please. Nope. We'll just leave that banner on there. That's fine. Now, ideally, you would have some pinpoint or even chronophage stuff here. 2 pieces. You don't, unfortunately. Not a huge deal, but it is going to lower our total achievable speed. Now, I'm not able to make him super fast with this Bolster set, so you know what? We're just going to drop it from him. It's not that important. The shield is a nice added benefit, but it's not the best thing for him. If I could get a faster Relentless set, that would be huge, but we probably won't be able to. Priority stats, speed. You're going to see a common theme. Speed, 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 and more speed if I can get it. Let's go to this piece, drop 5 speed, and then this piece, we go up by 5. Still, not quite the number I want to hit, knowing that we already built Lazarius to be 333 speed. So it's there. A champion at 216 in Relentless, having a chance to take extra turns, is not going to be as beneficial necessarily as a champion at 280 speed, where you know they're going to get the turns. Yeah, RNG could be in your favor sometimes, but here, we get a guarantee, right? Go ahead and get a quintuple right here. It'd be pretty sick. Oh, we got a double. That's basically a quintuple, right? Nope, that's not what I was looking for. I was not wanting to have to start cleansing the account middle of the review, but let's get rid of some of this. Actually, you know what? I know what to get rid of. We can go epics and rares, and we'll go this, because neither one of these you should be reworking. If they have HP, attack, defense, we just sell all this, right? Flat HP, flat attack, flat defense, sell all, boom, 3 million silver. You could rework some of them, but to be honest, you have a lot better options in the future to rework. So there we go, a very small gear cleanse. Now, you have 701 pieces still, and we have some room to make a few upgrades. Now, the piece that I was just now upgrading was a very fast righteous set piece. Let's get this taken up. A quad roll speed here. Oh, Deacon is loving that. Yes. +1. That could be better. But dang, this actually could be really good on the Lazarius. Are we about to hit a 400 speed Lazarius on this account? I'm going to have to go switch over to Lazarius real quick. Oh my gosh. Let's go speed. Priority set speed. Just like the fastest piece of gear on his account just now. What's this going to do? He already does have a pretty decent shield on him. The glyphs on this one's not as good. But if we could just take one of these feral pieces at this point and swap with a righteous piece. This has speed. Are we going to get another triple or better speed roll here? One could dream, right? Let's go ahead and go to equipped. He actually has some really good feral pieces in general. Now, we are dropping a little bit of speed by swapping it in that way. Let's see. Just because of the set bonus he already has over there. No righteous speed boots. Am I missing this? There has to be some, right? I know there's one just now. There we go. This, instantly more speed, right? No accuracy, unfortunately. Extra 10 speed. 343. This dude is zooming. Wow. 343 speed. That's pretty sweet. Now, of course, get this to hit speed, and you're doing even better. And then we can go back over and revisit Deacon and see, okay, well, we know that there were some speed boots from Relentless that had some speed ascension. So maybe there's a chance of us possibly building out a Relentless set for this Deacon. Let's see. Relentless set right here. Let's see what we can make him do. Attack, we don't want that. Not flight attack. It's just that there's no double speed rolls here. If we get him 250, it might be okay. 250 is going to be a big stretch with these pieces, I believe. Lagging like crazy. Attack percentage, 25% boost on attack percentage. There's no speed boost there, though, is it? Michelangelo, 16% attack. Really want some accuracy. That wouldn't be bad. HP percentage is good. Definitely like to see that. The attack percentage is not terrible. Defense flat. I mean, we're looking at 232 speed. I would like for him to be faster than that, honestly. I'd also like the game to stop lagging. Okay, thank you, game. Let's go for, you know what? Let's just do this. Let's go to live refresh. We'll lock Lazarius. We'll go to Deacon. Optimize. We'll go balanced stats. I don't want to go survival because it's just going to optimize past the point we actually need it to. We'll go to, actually, let's go 260. I know we can hit that. Minimum 350, kind of for the arena as well. And then we'll go number 1 priority, number 2, and then number 3, and then number 4 there. And then we optimize. And this is how we're going to go about building the champions for the team. Next champion is going to be Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong and Ninja both need to come online. So Deacon, Sun Wukong, Ninja. I just know Ninja's a really good champion for Dragon. Poisons or HP Burn are both fantastic in Dragon. Ninja's not fully booked, but it's going to be okay. Ninja should be fine here. If we have a good poison champion, Kymar is a poison kind of champion with the A1 poisons. Venomage would be huge. If we had Ornn, actually he's level 60. So, Ornn could do decent. AoE poison. How many poisons is it? 2 poisons? Yeah. Hey, let's go ahead and get Ornn in here as well. Ornn, Ninja, Sun Wukong, Deacon, Lazarius. Solid team. I like this. And Ornn, does he activate poisons on his A1 ability? No, places poisons, instantly activated. Yeah. Awesome champion. Top tier champion there. Go ahead and pause Deacon's build. 261. Good stats overall. We'll go ahead and visit him and see what we can do. Now, in building these champions, I'm definitely kind of tearing up the builds on the other champions, which I hope he can forgive me for. The presets are probably not really saved. Okay, that's a little bit less speed. 256 is fine, actually. We have 2 fast pieces up here. I do like these in this extra speed. This could actually, these are really just not good for a damage dealer even. There's no crit rate. It'd be hard to build these into a damage dealer's kit. This triple roll attack percentage could be used on a damage dealer. It has crit damage. Chest plates are hard to come by. Definitely doesn't go on your Carl. This necklace should actually be pinpoint from here. Has attack on there. Actually, no. That's not that good either. We don't have a whole lot of silver, though, so I got to be very careful. We don't need that one. It could possibly be used for damage dealer. It's not a big deal. Does give some more accuracy, but we're looking actually pretty good here, to be honest. This chest plate's the biggest kind of concern for me, but it's ultimately not that much of a problem. We don't have much better as far as speed chest plates go. I would actually like this one. Defense percentage. It's on Richoff, who doesn't need that at all. We lose a bit of speed, 251. That's okay. We'll take it. And we'll save this as fast. Or we'll just save it as tie made. There we go. And then we'll go to Lazarius. Save this real quick. And this is how you go about building a team for dungeons in general. Tie made. Kind of like tirade, but different. I would love some more speed glyphs. Faction war farming, super important. Let's go to Sun Wukong. So we built 2 support champions already. Sun Wukong, Slayer set. Is it good for Sun Wukong? No. It ignores defense only when using AoE skills. He has 1 AoE skill, block buffs AoE, attacks all enemies, does a strip. But his A2 and his A1 do not do anything AoE. So this is very limited as far as what it's actually contributing for. Speed, number 1 stat. Damage dealers, it's going to be speed and crit rate. Though crit rate is more valuable than speed because if you don't have it, you miss your crits. Feels bad. But as soon as you hit 100% crit rate, speed, super important. And then, of course, your damage dealing stats alongside that. Damage dealers are a bit more complicated to build because you need crit rate 100% for most of them. Not all of them, but most of them. You need good speed. You typically need accuracy for some of them, not all of them. You need a defense ignore set. You need just so much stuff that they become very difficult to actually build. You need crit damage. There's a lot of stuff that goes into building them. Now we have a potential decent piece over here on Ilfrig. Definitely doesn't deserve that. Doesn't deserve actually to wear any gear, quite frankly. Let's go ahead and see if we could imagine a savage set on this Sun Wukong, which would be insane if we could. Ain't got very much silver left though, so it's going to be a little bit tight moving forward. Let's see, crit rate, looking for speed. Crit rate's doing really good. Double roll there. We're looking for some speed though. We don't have to have crit rate on everything at this point because I just know that with this glove, we're going to be decent in finding crit rate for other areas. Speed boots, no crit rate. We have some speed there with a little bit of crit rate. This could be tossed on. Do we have a weapon at all? Any weapon. Speed, crit rate. I really want a little bit of speed and crit rate. This has some accuracy as well. Crit rate's already looking quite good. So let's throw this on there. And now the chest plate. Attack percentage. Remember the chest plate I was talking about earlier? Yeah, guess what? It's going to go on him. 16 extra speed. And then some boots. We're looking for some speed main stat boots. Accuracy is a little bit lower than what I would like. We'll try to fix that. I would really like to have, so we have right now a 3, 4, 5 piece set. It's given 10% crit rate. So I have to be mindful of that whenever I swap something over. This will be a broken set, which is actually going to be okay. I probably won't be able to fit anything different on there anyways. I could roll these up if I had silver. I don't have silver, so I can't do that. Go ahead and put that on. Missing 80% crit rate, which is definitely unfortunate. Let's see if we can find accuracy here. It's going to give him more accuracy and more speed. Now for damage dealers, I'm not going to go as crazy insane with the speed requirements. I want them to be like 225 plus. But if we can't quite hit that, it's not going to be the end of the world. I also want 200 plus crit damage, which unfortunately we don't have a crit damage necklace at all, apparently. Which we definitely should be having. So that's really unfortunate. Let's see if we have any rework materials. We have 12 of this. That's not too bad of a necklace. We get 6% extra crit damage. We lose some speed, though. What else do we have? Attack, defense, defense, defense. Attack is not good. We have no rework materials there. That would have been mythical anyways. Defense with resistance. I want to kind of gamble this because having a ask and you'll receive. Having a crit damage necklace would be huge for some. Having silver would also be pretty huge. So we got to get a little bit budget here. Let's see. Is this attack? It is attack. Good job on that. Good job there. Now, we're in a little bit of a predicament. We need much more crit rate. Let's see if we can just pull the crit rate from these pieces. Get something better. Drop a little bit of speed. Not what I like to do, though. It's really not what I like to do. We're missing 20% crit rate. 20% crit rate. That's crazy. We'll go see if we have 5 there. We could pull this chest plate. It's going to be difficult. This weapon is not that good, actually. I think the weapon's holding it back a lot. Let's go see what the optimizer would say. Champion, Wukong. For the purpose of saving some time here, let's go damage mode, stats, 210 ideally. We'll go 250 accuracy. Start this up. It's going to optimize with instinct, savage, and all that kind of stuff in mind. Of course, I want him to be an instinct because instinct, savage, whatever, is going to give him the most possible damage. Let's go to a fewer builds. We ain't got that much gear. He doesn't need to be perfectly optimized to be like the greatest Sun Wukong in the world. Here we go. Not taking from anybody we've already built, except, actually no. It's all stuff that we did not already build. And this crit damage necklace, very nice. We need to get that all the way up to 16 as well. But for now, this will work. 227, good attack, much faster than before. Crit damage will be higher than before as well. So we'll go ahead and save that. Plus the defense ignore. So now we're going to save it as Thai made once again. We have most of the champions built at this point. We're going to go to Ornn. Is he built? He is not built. He could actually fit in a bolster set. He is going to be pretty fast. We can give him some accuracy. Bolster set could be pretty sweet for him. He just is a good champion. He's a very solid champion. I would rather him be in Relentless, though, for more poisons. So let's not just put the bolster on there because we don't really need it. We have plenty of support. We have Deacon with the extra leeches and all that kind of stuff. But if he's sitting around 220 or so, it's fine. It's okay. But he's not a damage dealer in the sense of actually doing a hit and dealing damage from the hit. He's dealing damage from his poisons that he's sitting out there. So he needs to take as many turns as he can and have good accuracy. That's all he needs to do. It's a pretty simple build, which is why you can typically leave support type champions or, support as in keeping your team alive, or poison champions around level 50. You don't have to book them. You can have a much more budget-friendly build for those champions versus a damage dealer, as you just saw. They need a lot of stuff, a lot of specific things as well. I really want as much speed as we can get here, though. 203 is okay speed, but if we can get more, I want to have some more. Well, we have no silver, though. That is definitely an issue. We have a little bit extra speed there. Accuracy chest plate. Crit rate, not really what we need, to be honest. This is good, though. 220 with Relentless. Do we have some pinpoint stuff, actually. Gain 23, lose 7. I want to be closer to 250, though. Does he already have an accuracy banner? Oh, man, we don't. It's not an accuracy banner, but even this unleveled banner is better than what he's currently wearing. But, ooh, this one's better because it's leveled. The other one will be better whenever he's able to actually get that on him in the future. But this is what we need for this area, is some pretty decent accuracy. So he's going to go over here. And then we're going to go Thai made. And then, last but not least, is going to be Ninja. Now, Ninja is a champion who is going to do good damage, but not in his current situation. Because with Ninja to do good damage, you're going to have to hit accuracy, crit damage, all this kind of stuff, which we're probably just not going to be able to do very easily. Let's go to Sun Wukong and lock all these champions real quick. Lock him, Ornn, lock him, Lazarius, lock him, and Deacon, lock him. And then we'll go to Ninja. Now, with Ninja's build, I want him to do good damage, but I want him to be fast as well. If we could make him 250, that'd be perfect. I'm going to say 225 for now with about 300 accuracy. Damage goal is fine. but I doubt it's going to be Instinct or Savage. It's probably going to resort to some Broken Sets, some Feral, because we obviously know his Feral gear is very strong in his account. But Ninja's build is just tough because you do want him to get around through his turns. He's not as much like a Wukong who has really good nuking abilities. He's really good as a boss killer. So Wukong is going to be going into the arena as well. Ninja, he may go there for now, but he won't be there forever, or even for long, to be honest. Let me know what you guys think about this takeover style versus just the talking about what they should do and actually building it here. I'll mix it up and do different ones at different times, but I'm going to try this out for a little bit. So he's taken from Sun Wukong, this attack percentage chest plate. I don't like that at all, but we do have another attack percentage chest plate that was pretty good. There's no actual defense ignore set here. This one's actually pretty, no, why has it got some Wukong on there? No, we need to do a live refresh so the champion builds actually get locked on the correct champions. But if you're interested in having a takeover done like this or any other service, they're not all going to be like this. Typically, I don't do this many rebuilds in a takeover. But if you're interested, just click the link down below and get signed up. Hopefully you have a bit more silver so we can do a bit more, but 212 before the boots are upgraded is really not too bad. It's not in any defense ignore set. He's going to be doing decent damage overall. Masters are done. War Master is going to be better for this ninja currently. I'm not going to reset him though, because he may want to reset him again in the future and he has basically no gems at the moment. But let's see how my team is going to perform that I just now made for him. Do we need presets? We could, but we don't need them. We're going to be fine without them. Whoa, before we do this, though, let's see. We have a little bit of energy. Stage 5, 16 minutes. Forget stage 5. We're doing stage 6, baby. If we beat 10 minutes, we're good to go. So here we go. Stealing all the turn meter. Before, he took 1.5 turns before the enemy. Let's see how many he takes now before the enemy goes. So we're at 1 turn with all the champions so far. Lazarius is getting around. We froze him. Steal turn meter. Lazarius is actually taking 2 turns. This is his 3rd turn just now. So 3 turns before the enemy took anything. Lazarius has come back around for, I think, a 4th turn. Yep. Is this the 5th turn before the enemy does anything? This decreased turn meter is just insane. We took 5, actually 6. The enemies did nothing the entire time. We took 5 or 6 turns before they took a single turn. They didn't even do anything. They were controlled from Ninja. They were turn meter reduced from Lazarius and Deacon. They had no chance to do anything whatsoever. And even if they took a turn, it's not like they're going to one-shot me. This is like his 3rd turn here. So as you can imagine, it doesn't take that much to understand. And I'm sure Rare Cake sees this now. But if you're lapping the enemies at this point, you're, one, not even having that insane of gear necessarily, but it completely changes the dungeon. Like, you're no longer spending 10 minutes per wave, and you're getting through the content quickly. Your champions don't even have to be built that crazy. You could have hundreds of thousands of HP and be 100 speed, get through the dungeon, but it's going to be slow. You're going to survive, but it's going to be slow. This way, you're getting all your debuffs, you're getting all your turns, you're getting all your stuff done, you get to the dragon, and you're going to be faster than him as well. Because the big thing on these hard stages are the bosses are very fast typically. We get the decrease, the HP burns up, and now we're starting to fall apart a little bit. Yeah, the dragon's going to blast us with his HP burn. We do have a revived champion in Lazarius, and we're going to get back up, and Ornn may need to be a bit more tanky or some resistance possibly, I don't know, but as long as we don't get one shot, decreased attack would actually be pretty massive here as well. Maybe even a Python in the team as well. Let's see, because here's probably not going to feel too good. Yeah, it doesn't feel great. But I mean, Lazarius is going to pick up Ornn again. So maybe the team's 100%, maybe it's not. Get War Master on Ninja instead of Helm Smasher. He's going to do more damage here. And you're going to be in a good spot. Get Venom Mage in place of Ornn. You have a decreased attack as well. Get, yeah, there's many other options. But right now alone, before having your damage dealers optimized for top damage, 247. We took his dungeons times down from 16 minutes on stage 5 to 247 on stage 6. Is a huge, huge difference with no presets either. Does it need presets? Not necessarily. This would be fine without them. But his all-around team was right here, which makes sense why it was so slow. He has some burns and some activations there, which does great for Spider. Like, burns and activations are huge. We could probably get to Spider stage 20 with just this team, though, honestly. The one that I just now used. Let's see. These, now, it doesn't have any HP burn or anything. Artak, of course, is the champion to use for HP burns. Very slow. Is he booked? If he's booked, I'll build it. I'll get it set up. Okay, he is not really booked. Let's see how this one performs. This one may do fine, honestly. Now, the Spider before hard mode is not as easy. Hard mode is easy. Normal mode, not so easy. But we will have decent damage. We have a lot of turn meter control as well. Ninja's basically useless here. We will be killing the Spiderlings, reducing his turn meter. So if we had Cold Heart built up, we should be able to finish this as well fairly easily. If Wukong would have hit a Spiderling instead, it would have dealt more damage to the big spider also. If we had decreased speed here, it'd be huge as well. So there's a lot of debuffs we can bring into these teams to make it perform quite a bit different. And Ninja lower cooldowns also would be sweet from his books and everything. Maybe I get Artak in here for him. Or maybe he puts Artak in here for himself. I was going to try to use some of Kong's A2 on one of the Spiralings that was almost dead. We'll see if I can do that here. Here we go. Not very much damage. A big Sun Wukong could do a lot of damage there. This one obviously is a monkey in training, basically. This is going to be one of his 10-minute runs, so I'm not going to do that. We can't have that going on. Artak, though, let's give him a simple build real quick. So we're going to lock Ninja. We'll go to Artak. Artak doesn't need damage. He just needs survivability. He just, like, you know, needs to be tanky. Needs to stay alive. Needs to not get wrecked. Needs to have 330 accuracy and just HP from there. Doesn't matter what else he has. Defense isn't even that important. We'll stop this, clear it, drop it down to there. Makes it much, much faster on the optimizer if you do it like this. There's nothing available. All right, well, let's go 300. And we'll go 225. It's a little bit slow for him. I like for him to be much faster, but let's see if he can get this pulled off. He definitely can get this pulled off. Apparently he can't. Well, I want to say it's wrong, but I also can't guarantee that it's wrong. Let's see. So, accuracy. We have no accuracy banner. That's probably why it's saying that. That is probably why. We could rework this and hit accuracy. It's very low chance. I don't really want to do that. It's kind of wasting them. Okay, so there's no accuracy banner there. We'll say stats for accuracy be 250. 250 should be doable, especially if we were to throw on a relic. That the biggest thing for these relics should be the effects if it works out well, but the stats alone are super impactful. Extra 40 accuracy is massive, but this Artak build is actually going to work fine. Let's go ahead and put it on him. Not taking from anybody already built. And let's see how this plays out. There we go. Excellent. So for Spider, what we'll do is we'll go recently used. We'll go Lazarius. We just need Deacon. We don't really even need Orn. We can go Kymar here. He's not built great, but he is there, and that's really all that matters, because here, all we're going to do is we're going to go Artak, and then we're going to go, let's see about this. Deacon is good, too, for the more turn meter manipulation. Artak for the burns, and then Ninja is not really a great champion for this, to be honest. If your Carl was built well, we could use him for some control. Cold Hearts would be huge as well here. Is there a Cold Heart? I think he does have a Cold Heart. I don't know where it's at. I could have swore I'd seen one, but maybe not. Either way, Let's just throw in a Python, I guess, to help keep the champions alive. Or maybe a UDK to tank the little spiderlings. Either one's going to be fine. But all we're going to do here is not have Lazarius do that. Deacon will already do his things correctly. I'll have him open like that, and then number 1 here. And then number 1 to place it. Number 2. And then doesn't really matter what these slow Python's going to do. But this should give him a team to get through into maybe stage 25. Break into hard mode. The game changes. The spiderlings are your new enemy. And it becomes easy, basically. It's a completely different game on hard mode versus normal. And it's crazy how normal is so much more difficult. Now, at this point, I kind of want the spiderlings already dead, to be honest. Because now Artak is... I mean, I don't know. He may not even get to activate anything here. Yes, it's a bit of an issue. Because they're all dead now. But there's going to be a big heal actually come out from the spider as well. So more turn meter reduction would be nice. A decrease. Can he have decreased speed on him? On normal? I forget. I think he can. But definitely more turn meter reduction. If he had Cold Heart, it'd be huge. Like I said, is there a Cold Heart here though? No, no Cold Heart. Yakaro would be good if he was built up faster, but he's not built. I'm not going to build him right now because I want to jump into some other areas for him. This is not even the most important area he should be farming anyways. Let's see. Of course, we're wasting a little bit of energy there, backing out. Not like we have super raids on though, so he should be fine. He is somewhat of a spender. While I don't recommend farming a ton of spider yet until you get to like ideally hard mode, it will be worth it eventually. Take a look at the event dungeon real quick. Stage 20 would be nice, but I really think you're going to need better gear before you do this on all the champions ideally. So let's take a look over at Fire Knight, which if you get some better turn meter control, you'll be in a fantastic spot. She does bring a lot of good stuff. No decreased speed, which is kind of strange for a kit, to be honest. But your Carl will be good here. This Fire Knight is very easy if you can just control his turn meter. Hard mode's a lot different. But let's see if the team that I was using earlier would work here for you. So this is going to be more or less your core champions for a while. Not necessarily what you have to use. The order I just now made is not that important either. This may actually work fine up until like stage 20, possibly. Just because Fire Knight's not super difficult before them. You don't need to have, ally attack champions and everything. But you also, I don't know, we'll see when we get there. You do have a lot of multi-hitting skills, kind of. You have a double hit Ornn, double hit Deacon, triple hit Ninja on the A2, right? I guess it just depends on his speed. Okay. Wukong, Ninja, Lazarius, double hit. So you will still need to get some hits through, obviously. Have a little bit of turn meter decrease there. Another turn meter decreaser, like even Armiger, would actually be really good for Fire Knight for you. Obviously, you're going to be fine against the Slam here. That's not a big deal at all. An ally attack champion in here, honestly, in place of Wukong, would probably do everything you need to do. Because that would give you several hits to break the shield, and then killing the Fire Knight's no problem. Or even Zenogre in place of Ornn, potentially. Have that increased speed, and now you're going even more turns per each of the Fire Knight's turns. She brings that triple hitting skill. If you get to stage 20, drop a good chunk of energy into Fire Knight, it'll definitely be worth it. So if you want to see which champions could be turn meter decreasing, you could go this filter and then decrease turn meter. You can see all the options that you have. Your Carl being a good one. Of course, Warlord's good. Allure is good on the higher stages especially. You have a lot of champions for these other teams. Like you have Mordecai for fire, and you can have these other things for Spider to optimize it. Right now, I would be focusing on Dragon, pushing this. You could even go for stage 6 hard. You could drop, say, Ninja, for example, and throw in a Python built similar to how I had it before, and then just basically have Ornn stay alive on the Dragon and have him as the champion that basically does everything for you. Or you could drop Wukong and do a similar thing. It could be Ninja and these other champs, no Wukong needed, Python keeping your team alive if you are having issues surviving. So before we go over to the arena, I want to say Sand Devil Shogun and Iron Twins Fortress is just not worth this account doing at the moment. The arena is going to be a huge help. 1, progressing in the Arbiter missions, and 2, actually getting your Great Hall done to make building your champions in these other areas so much easier. So as for the arena, what team should you be using? Well, basically the same team we already set up. You could leave Carl on for the extra 5% speed aura, or you could put in Lazarius. Either one's fine. But you're going to go Wukong. You're going to go Deacon. And you could have a Warlord in here who would be an amazing champion for the lockout. Very, very strong. If you can make him speed tuned, I would just replace Deacon with Warlord. But if you can't make him speed tuned, and I don't think he's booked either, then what I would do is I would probably just throw in Ninja, to be honest, or Carlon for the extra aura. Wukong may not be able to nuke him by himself, so Ninja will probably be your best bet here. But if you do his team like this, you're going to win basically every time, assuming you outspeed them, which your speeds are pretty fast. You're decreasing their turn meter, Wukong nuke, and there we go. It's done. So this team right here is going to set you up for so much success. You're going to be fine. Go recently used this. Actually, no, let's go boom. No real reason for this preset order. None of the champions here really matter. We'll go number 1. Turn off the morph. Actually, no, we'll go 1 and opener, 2, and then let's have him open with this ability. Doesn't really matter which one, to be honest. And then Ninja can open with that. Most of these teams probably aren't going to have Stone Skin because you're a little bit early. When you get into like gold, they will more. We'll target this dude. He should just melt. He does. She's going to res him, and they're going to do some annoying stuff, but that might be okay. We'll see. He doesn't even kill you because you're tanky. You're built well now. And your Wukong's just popping off, doing a bit of damage, eventually kill this Mithrala, and you're good to go. So now you can just basically go through the arena, do your stuff. But as you saw there, what I was doing is I was building champions for Dragon that had things that would be useful in other areas, especially the arena. So now with the limited resources you have, your champions and your gear, you've condensed it down to a smaller, focused group of champions that can do multiple areas. Now, as you grow and expand, you're going to want to start going into Hydra, which will start specializing champions over there, pushing in Doom Tower more, which this will definitely help you push in Doom Tower more as well. But you're going to get into all these little areas that you start building more and more specialized champions for. With the builds that I did, none of these champions are empowered or anything like that, so they're getting extra crit rate. So you can literally save this as, let's see. So Wukong, fast, attack, instinct. How do you spell instinct? Instinct, yeah, that's correct. Save as a global preset, remove his accessory so it can be easy to use. And now you know this is a fast attack nuker instinct set. Go to Deacon and then save it as fast accuracy. Fast 300 accuracy. Somewhere around there, maybe. It's going to be a little bit less because the banner. But we go to Lazarius. And then we just save his as fastest. And now you have several champion presets that when you're going to do things like Faction Wars or Curse City or Doom Tower, and you don't want to use the champions that this gear is actually on, you just switch it over and move it to Faction War champion, no problem. Save it as fast relent. Well, I'd say it's not actually that fast. Relentless. It's probably like, what, 220 or something before the banners included. But it's not that fast, but it is a relentless set that is fairly fast. Once you glyph it up, it'll be decent. But for now, it's just okay. This could be tanky, fast accuracy. I don't know. It's still, once again, kind of a broken mismatch set. But you have these different builds you could save here. Of course, feel free to delete any of these that you don't want. But these ones could help you out. Of course, make bolster sets and everything that will be able to be saved over here as well. I'll save the builds that I did. So if you want to go back to them, you can, in case you end up moving anything. But I think all the other ones are saved. Now, as for what I recommended over on this sheet, I'll run through it real quick. His Demon Lord Clan Boss, let's actually see what his damage is over here. I had some recommendations for Clan Boss for you, and it was basically to build this Myth Air team. So be on the lookout for Seeker. Get Deacon built down here, switch up your teams, and this will be good. You have the actual speeds to do this. You just need Seeker. I got a feeling you've already pulled Seeker. Just fed him, I bet. Oh, no, you haven't. Watch out for this little bat. When you get him, your Clan Boss team is going to be set because you have the other champions already. But for your Demon Lord, you are where? Ultra Nightmare, not doing it. Nightmare. Maybe you're already doing it. I don't know. I can't really tell. No quick battles there. No quick battles there. You do have quick battles on Brutal. I think you told me what your damage was here, but let's see if I could put the champions that I made and go ahead and unlock quick battle Nightmare Clan Boss. Spoiler alert. Yeah, it's going to unlock. We're going to go this, and then Python would actually be better than Wukong here because Wukong doesn't do that much here. We're going to make him... I don't like this build, really, to be honest, much at all. Let's see. I want Python to be fast and tanky for you, so let's just throw a build on him, okay? We're going to go Python, and we're going to make him survival mode 250. Can we do 250? I don't know. 250 speed would be sweet as long as we're not taking it from other champions. Let's see. Taking from other champions that we're actually using, that is. 250, 78k, equipping game. Now, he'd actually be a good champion to have a bolster set on. Let's take it from Artak. Let's see if we get him in a bolster set. He does make sense. He makes sense for the arena. He makes sense for, well, any areas you'd be using a bolster set because he just needs HP and needs to be fast. Doesn't need accuracy, nothing like that. Just HP and fast. This could kind of make sense if it had a glyph and ascended. But since I said Sand Devil's not worth it for you to do, I wouldn't worry about that right now anyways. Where's that HP percentage chest plate? There we go. There we go. We're looking good now. Demitha doesn't need that now or even in the future. She just never needs that, basically. And then we're going to go get some more fast stuff here. Looking for just, ideally, stuff that's not already equipped. And just some boots that are level 16. I guess there's no such thing as things that are not already equipped and level 16. Immortal pieces are good. I don't want crit rate, though. I really want HP percentage. Because with Bolster, we want as much HP as possible. These are a little bit weird for the broken set, but it's okay. It's going to be enough for him. I really want as much speed as possible. We have no other options, though, because this is the only banner that's leveled up, basically. This gains 6 speed, though. This gains 12 speed. This is HP, so we take that. These two, pinpoint would be huge. Do we have pinpoint stuff? We do not. Slightly unfortunate. Could do that. Not a huge deal. 223 is fine. We'll save this as tie made. And there we go. Now, this could be your fast bolster set as well. Or just bolster, because it's not really that fast, but you can change it to, of course, whatever name scheme you want to make it. And then golden elixir is good. Let's jump in here and get this started. Now, as for the presets here, this was a spider team. Wasn't actually anything spectacular. This, I'll put at the very bottom. It's not going to last you very long, so don't think this is going to take you to like end-game clan boss or anything. But it will do, it should do quick battle nightmare for you. It should do something in ultra nightmare. We don't have decreased attack, so it's definitely far from optimized. No decreased attack. It's just surviving. Let's see. I've not done a clan boss team build like this in a long time. My headphones popped out there, but I haven't done a clan boss team build like this in a long time. So I'm curious as to how it'll work. Maybe it doesn't go to the 40 million, and maybe we just get wrecked here in damage, but I think it should go pretty decent in damage because we have quite a bit of turns. Now, increased speed would be huge here because you can't decrease the speed of the clan boss or the turn meter. So we're going to have to get all of our speed and everything from the increased speed buffs. We do kind of ignore that decreased speed because of the block debuffs we have. We had 2 million points on the board already. So we're not going to make it to 1 key just yet. Most likely. I don't know. We'll see. It could definitely be 2 key Nightmare. 1 key Nightmare, maybe not. Obviously, this was just a pretty quickly thrown together team. Maybe I'm just down talking it too early. But I feel like 40 turns of the clan boss, it's just going to be hitting too hard for it to work. Now, as this is going in the background, let's talk about some of the account things that I haven't talked about yet. So right now it's 1 key Brutal. It'll be 2 key Nightmare, almost certain. 1 key there. Hydra, this is going to be something you can focus on more later on. If I went to the optimizer and did Hydra rotation, I think it's 3 we're currently on, and did Nightmare, your champions are going to be pretty low damage with the options you have. You have some that could do it, but it's going to be difficult. Not going to be the easiest. So give it a little bit of time. You're going to need better gear for this. Do what you can on hard, normal, and brutal, but don't stress about it too much just yet. Get better gear. Get your champions built better. Upgrade the gear you have. Do a little bit of gear cleansing. Get your stuff in a better situation, and then start pushing Hydra more, which should take like a few weeks, and then you'll be fine. Doom Tower, you do clear normal. Don't clear hard. It's fine. I haven't finished out this just yet, but I got a lot of information here. Now, most of this I went over in the video, but I will send this over to Rare Chocolate to go over more himself. If you guys want to look at it, this is all it says. And I do have a breakdown of the gear over here as well. We do have quite a bit of rank 5 gear here, but I'm not going to say to go in here and start selling all of this because you still need it, especially as you're pushing towards faction wars and clearing all that kind of stuff. So do keep that. It is important. And build out your champions. Use the presets. Swap those around a lot. Gear presets, very, very valuable. Accessories, collect more of them. Do the event dungeon. Get some better ones, but don't do it just yet. Push Dragon as high as you can in hard mode. You're already there. Keep doing it. Fire Knight, get another decreased turn meter champion. Throw it into the team that I showed you previously, and possibly an ally attack champion. You should be good to go from there. The event dungeon is going to be worth it at stage 20 and above. We have a few weeks left. Drop a few thousand energy into that. Get you some accessory options throughout. You're not farming it for, quad roll, artifact, speed stuff, but you're farming it just to get some accessories. Get a ring, get a necklace, and you're really going to be good to go from there. We have some gear suggestions down here, but ultimately where your account is at currently is a lot of optimizing the gear. Like, you have good champions, but understanding how to build those champions and how to utilize the different buffs and the decreased turn meters, the increased turn meters, the increased speeds, the decreased speeds, decreased attack, decreased defense, AoE, which I have Stagnite recommended down here at the bottom. Definitely worth bringing up. Brings 2 very strong debuffs. So get him to 60, at least get him booked. Definitely worth doing that. And then follow these things at the very bottom. I have some information about faction wars as well as champions taken to 50 versus leaving at 50 versus taking them to 60, things like that. But this Clan Boss team will do 2 key Nightmare for you. And we're just a few steps away from 1 key Nightmare. Honestly, getting an increased speed, getting a decreased attack may do what you need to go ahead and push you up into that 1 key Nightmare. Just quick battle, saving you so much time each day. What, like 15 minutes maybe? I guess they don't run that long actually, so maybe 10 minutes or so. But we should hit, I'm going to say it ends around like 25 million. The issue is that the Clan Boss hits harder as the fight goes on longer. So eventually his hits are just going to one-shot your whole team. And things like decreased attack do prolong that quite a bit. 20 mil. So we broke that. We have a 1 key, or sorry, 2 key now. We're missing about 19 million though for the 1 key, which Ninja goes down. This is the start of the end. Yeah, getting a decreased attack champion in here would be really big, really helpful for you. My main thing here though was just to show you that as you build out this core group of champions, you'll be able to kind of copy and paste them into these different areas of the game. Like this team basically will do good in Hydra. Yeah, Hydra. Drop Ornn, get some Wukong in here, and then throw in Artak, and boom, you have a 1 key hard for sure. Maybe. Yeah, it probably should be hard. Should 1-key hard Hydra. I guess I could have thrown Artak in place of... not really Ninja, because Ninja does bring a lot. With War Master be even more. Pythion's reducing the damage delta as well, though. Some big hits, though. Some very, very big hits coming out. We had the Leech from Deacon, though. So if you were able to get War Master on all your champions, then Deacon's just going to have his Leech just healing him up a ton all the time, basically. Pythion's back up. Is it going to be enough, though? Is it going to be enough to break 30 mil? 30 million is a pretty big mark to hit, to be honest. It means 9 million left. Just maybe survive a little bit longer, bump up your damage a little bit, and you'll be fine. Still a Nightmare as well. So, yeah, I like that Lazarius plus Python revive and heal and support and stuff. It's really good. The cooldowns line up actually surprisingly well with each other, it seems. Yeah, this is where things fall apart. Makes sense. 27,000 damage. Very well done. And the team dies there. But this is not too bad. Not too bad at all. 15 million there. 9 million from Ornn. Maybe worth getting a champion in here who can do... where we at? That was Nightmare, right? Did I hit Ultra Nightmare just now? No? Hit Nightmare. Yeah, okay, right there. Yeah, so doing pretty decent. Definitely some decent damage there. You're getting close to that 1-key. Not quite yet. Like I said, a few tweaks, you'll definitely be able to get there. Now, as for Ultra Nightmare, just get Seeker and then build you an Ultra Nightmare team. That's going to be fine for you. But hopefully that gives you a good direction, an aiming point for how to build your other champions, and gives you a really good head start for the arena and really everywhere. So got a sick quad roll there. It's pretty awesome. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys watching could pick up some information from that. Hopefully it helps you out a little bit as well in your account. If you want to sign up for an account takeover, review, whatever you want, click the link down below, sign up. Thank you all very much for watching. Thank you again to Rare Chocolate for letting me jump in and showcase this. With that said, hopefully it wasn't too much of a roast session. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you all in the next one.